we're going to try and do the recap in the accent. So, Re-vamp, let's go. Last time on SiegeSMP, Io was trying again and again to return to the land of dreams. Try after try, they could not go back to where they had been before. Instead, just waking up in new worlds, with hints of where they had been, but no sign of dawn. Till eventually, there was a sign of Cavity. Cavity and Io spoke. And Io received instructions that Cavity is trapped in a wilden den somewhere between the old and the new vampire territories. And he needs Io's help to get out. In exchange, Cavity will help find Dawn. But does Io need that price to finally gain back a friend? Or at least an ally? Back here again. A lot sooner than I'd want to be, but... Hello. Blood feathers. The lovely weather we're having. Perfect for finding a vampire. Let's see. Where do I even find one? One that isn't just a walking husk. Never actually been in a vampire's territory, the heart of vampire territory. Strangely nice. You and I have very different definitions of nice. There's blood dripping. It smells of death. And it's very hollow. Okay. Is there anyone in this godforsaken territory? Looks like no one even lives here. Yeah. Well, there's someone. I'm sure they can see me if I can see them. Hello?
Hello. You are not from here.
No, not at all. I'm just looking around, trying to find a bit of help.
suppose a vampire would come seeking help in vampire territory.
Yes. Well, you know, there's not much going on around here.
Everyone is out at the moment. And unfortunately, the city has been quiet since everything.
Everything.
You know, war, death, all of that.
Unfortunately, I don't really. You see, I'm from a bit before that.
Missed out on all the fun then.
Pity. I don't think this... I'm not sure if this existed when I was around.
Well, the city is far older than I am, and I don't think that you are older than I am.
Well, and I guess you could say I wasn't in this neck of the woods.
Clearly. So why'd you come here?
Trying to orient myself a bit. I know there used to be another area vampires frequented. It wasn't this. I'm just not sure where it is. And I'm quite disoriented now.
Quite a ways from here. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but you are not just a vampire.
No, I'm not. Is that a problem?
Not to me. Though there have been whispers.
People are talking about me. I'm flattered.
Not every day that happens. Especially not in recent years with all the rules.
The rules?
Quite a few, actually. Which explains why people were so frantic to figure out where you had gone.
Have you talked to Percy?
Percy talked to me.
What a sweet little bird.
I heard your introduction went swimmingly.
He was of great help.
Letting you out. Though it's probably unwise to make enemies with a world leader as soon as you appear.
I don't much care for the birds.
As I've heard. Though you seem to be going about it in a silly way.
Like you said, it's not smart to go about it directly.
True. Though immediately starting a conflict is also unwise.
Oh?
Especially when you don't know how to find the loopholes.
Loopholes. Treaty.
Those are the rules. That is the treaty that we function under.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that if you do anything too obvious, Percy and I are going to have to talk more, and I really don't like him, so... He and I can't come to an agreement about who's in charge of you.
In charge of me?
If you do something wrong and break the treaty, who has to represent you at the summit? Is it me or is it him?
And who's in charge of the council?
The Bird Council? That I do not know. But judging by the fact that you smell familiar, I'll take it that they didn't treat you all that well.
What do you mean by smell?
You smell similar to Percy. And according to him, they do something with vampire venom. It's not a mystery anymore where they've been getting it all these years.
That's what they do with it, hmm?
Make their prefects immune to vampire venom? Yes.
Good to know. I have a problem with the birds, not the vampires. I'll read your rules. See what loopholes mean that I won't be a problem for you, though I didn't catch your name, or who you even are.
Prince Asher, current monarch of the vampires.
Royalty.
Of a sort. It's more in title than in blood, but...
I'm sorry, I had no idea.
I don't care all that much for formalities, so...
You and your fancy castle.
It's quite small in comparison to other places I've lived, but it works, and it's central, which means that people can find it.
Now, would you be willing to help me find a few places?
I suppose that depends on what you are looking for.
Well, I'd love to know where the birds are.
The birds?
I know they no longer reside in Solaris. That city is mostly burned to the ground, save for one building.
Of course. Birds, I think their warpstone is still... Percy took it off of the global list. I suppose that is probably thanks to you. Birds, though. Birds are... Where are we? Northwest? Because it's past the summit, I believe. So, like, off in this direction.
Very well.
Northwest from here.
And perhaps to get my bearings a bit better, the location that the vampires used to reside.
You know, most people haven't been there in centuries.
Same.
Have you been?
A long time ago when fighting on the wrong side of the war.
You ended up on the wrong side of the war?
You have quite a posse.
Apparently I do. I'm ignoring that. That seems like a later problem. Old vampire territory is not used. It was primarily abandoned after the war due to the stigma that surrounds it.
Hmm. Where are you going?
Motherfucker broke my door. Sorry.
Oh.
It's a long ways.
Oh.
And very cold here.
Yeah. Hmm.
There's not much around this area anymore.
No. But it helps to know where it is. Between this and Solaris, maybe I can finally get around to remembering where things are.
If you're going to be investigating different locations, my only request is that you do not go in that manner.
I have no need to enter.
You hunting for someone in particular?
Perhaps.
Or just the birds in general?
I'm sure the bird that I wish to find is long dead.
Shame.
Agreed.
Well, I won't say I encourage you going after the entirety of the birds recklessly, because that would be ill-advised for someone in my position. But if you need resources or information or a coffin outside of the sun, you now know where to find me.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Oh, please, Asher's fine.
Very well. It's been a pleasure to meet you, Asher.
You as well, Io.
Well, let's see. Here we are. The old vampire territory. There. Now, between here and the new vampires, we're looking for a Wilden Den. Shall we start taking a look? Somewhere between the two. A Wilden Den has a dead tree on top of it. It's a mound. A great archwood tree on top of it. Who want to meet other vampires? Not particularly. But it does seem like Asher could be of help. Seems oddly interested in loopholes, don't you think? I think that could prove useful. Let's continue. But cavity's the focus now. There are archwood trees around here, so that's a good sign at least. But let's see if we can find one in particular. If we make him distrust Percy, it doesn't exactly seem like Asher trusts Percy, in my opinion. That didn't exactly seem to be positive territory between the two of them. At least from the way Asher spoke. But let's see. Tolerate. That is a better word, I believe. We might need to slow down a bit. Seems we're going a bit too fast for everything to catch up. Yeah. Why don't we land a moment? Let things catch up a second. Let's see. Okay. Let's try this again. Yes. Really doesn't want to apparently work all that nicely for me, Let's see. To try a bit this direction. Then we'll scan back. Perhaps we just missed it. Right now, just a lot of snow-covered spruce trees. But if it's somewhere out here like this, it would be rather easy to spot. At least I think. Out in the ice fields. The sky and the stars. A bit different than the sun, aren't they? Oh, hello. Well, this seems like a Wilden den. Shall we go take a look? That off. Let's see, where's your entrance? Not this side. No, don't need to get anything aggravated. But there you are. Let's see if he can see me. Cavity. Knock, knock.
Well, well, well. That sounds like a rather familiar voice.
Hello there.
Hello, Io.
Now, what the hell have you gotten yourself into?
Well, you see, I thought I would rent myself out a nice little bungalow. No, this is essentially a magical prison of some sort. Specifically for me, though. It doesn't have anybody else in here, but...
And how does one get you out of your magical imprisonment?
Well, that does depend on what methods were used. Can you tell me a bit about what you see on the outside there?
Well, you're in a sphere of mage blocks.
Yes, I know.
And there's circles, 2 circles of runic chalk wards around you.
Is there anything
There's
else?
source jars that are empty. There's 4 of them.
So strands,
Torches. Well, mage light torches. And the floor is a mix of source block and being overtaken by earth.
Alright. So the way that you're going to get me out of this pickle, go ahead and break the circles of runes that are on the floor there.
Are you sure?
Get rid of them.
Alright. Oh, there's a chest. Runic chalk.
That'll be useful. That should be exactly what you need.
There you are.
Alright. Now,
The floor itself seems to be a bit of a circle of runes, but not in the chalk variety.
Alright, so... There's no extra source jars, is there? We don't have any extra?
I do.
You
I have
do.
1.
How full is it?
100%.
Perfect. Alright, so take your source jar.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a bucket?
Yes, I have a bucket.
Alright, take your source jar and then take 20% into each of the surrounding ones that are in here.
Very well.
And then after you do that, put yours down as well, so that there will be 5 on the ground, each with 20% in them. 2, 3,
Okay. 100%. 20%. 20%. 20%. Alright.
Alright. After that, so take that chocolate you have
Mm-hmm.
and make some new rooms on the floor, connecting the jars to the containment unit. Kind of like an X with a line sticking. I suppose more like a star than.
We're learning our shapes today,
Well, yes, I thought I would go a bit slow for you.
Oh,
Follow along a
haha.
little easier.
You know, I really missed your humor.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
There. There's a star for you.
Ah, lovely, fantastic. Now, assuming that you got the shape right, you just need a bit of blood. I'm sure you have some of that on you.
A bit of blood.
Well, a bottle of blood of some sort. Just have to get it in the right spot. I wish I could help you a bit more than that, but it's a bit hard when you're on the inside of the containment.
Alright. Just... No.
Oh.
How about that?
Fantastic. Much appreciated. Thank you for getting me out of that pickle. That was quite unsavory. Now, lead the way.
Lead the way.
Well, we're not just going to stick around here.
No.
Well, we can go. You have a base. We can go to your base.
I don't.
Right. You don't have... Why not?
I've been busy, Cavity.
Too busy to have a proper place to rest? Store your things? Come on.
I don't exactly have a lot of things.
Not even in a death game, we had a base.
Yes. You're right about that.
Yes, I know.
And I've been a bit busy trying to go back to sleep.
Sleep. You can...
I want to get back to Dawn.
Well, all things considered, I'm sure that probably around somewhere just have to find them.
I talked to the vampire prince. I think I have at least a lead of what direction to go.
Prince, alright. What did he say?
To the northwest of New Vampire Territory.
A new territory. Well, I wish I knew where that was. I don't think I am familiar with that.
You're a vampire.
No. Really?
Thought you were a mage.
I was.
You were?
Well, I told you. When I found you. If I try and do magic, it'll boil me from the inside out.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's...
All
That's what
right then.
happens when you're deemed a bit dangerous.
Well, it looks like both of us were deemed a bit dangerous. Now, would you like to get out of your...
Please, let's
hellhole?
get the fuck out of here.
Oh, you can't fly again.
I can turn into a bat.
Well, that's an improvement.
Let's see if I remember how to do this. It's been a while.
Mm. Alright, well. New vampire territory is all the way that way, so I guess we have a bit of a flight ahead of us.
It seems like it.
Might as well get moving.
Really go for a bite to eat as well.
Well,
The
look,
last time I ate something is... Do you know?
No.
200 years ago. Something like that. No, I don't know if it was exactly 200, but decades.
Mm.
I just...
Well, why don't we track something down then? Hmm?
Well,
I'm sure there's a cow or something.
I would certainly hope so, otherwise that would be quite concerning.
Let's see, or if we're lucky, we might even run into a village again.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Mm.
It's been so long since I've been outside.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is.
Very
nice. How are you still faster than me?
Maybe you're just slow.
I don't think so. It's quite rude. Is there any point? Which way are we going? Are we just going south?
South works.
What is
Gets
the
us-
plan exactly?
I don't know exactly.
Fantastic.
Look, I was also... Here, come on. There's cows over here. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to do that. I don't have any armor on. I should really set up better ways to do this. There we go.
Well done, you sent your dinner running.
Hold on, I have to remember what things. Oh, that's fine. Oh, I swapped my buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Too long. Oh, bloody thirsty I am. Extremely. Where'd you go?
I'm right here. But look. I have been looking for the birds. I want Dawn back, and there are others. Who locked you in that cage, Cavity?
An old mentor of mine, a very long time ago, when I was an apprentice to a member on the Magic Council.
Oh, what
sure
things we have in
quite
common.
hilarious.
The
Really?
Magic Council locks you away and the Bird Council locks me.
Well, I suppose I could call us birds of a feather then.
You wish you had feathers.
Oh, not really. They seem quite difficult to take care of.
Look, I would much like to see the birds burn. Apparently, though, there are rules now
Oh.
about being a vampire that makes it so that you can't just go kill whoever you please. I guess that's why they started a whole damn war. But
Yes, that does seem to be the case.
no feathers. The birds can burn and Dawn can live. Dawn is an exception.
Dawn's a special case, aren't they?
Yes. Look, I still don't understand how you did what you did. Why me and Dawn and Cersei and...
Oh, why the three of you?
Yes.
Well, you're all... Well, you all have that connection, right?
No. What connection?
How are you not aware? You really don't know about this.
Okay, no, you know what? Land.
Oi. Why are we landing?
Because you're talking in circles.
Why? What do you mean I'm talking in circles? I'm talking quite normally.
What are you talking about? What connection do Dawn and I have?
Well, you're all sirens.
Cavity, I haven't been a siren since I was turned.
You seem quite siren-y to me.
What? But... there isn't a... There's never been a vampire siren.
That anybody knows about. And maybe that's just because there hasn't been a siren that got turned.
Interesting. Wasn't that just another thing the council lies about?
Well, that's the thing about councils. They're always so helpful and so upfront with the truth.
Come on.
Still don't know where you're even going.
Back towards at least the general direction of society.
Yes, there's we're going into a village, a town.
It depends.
Depends.
I know the location of vampire territory. I know where the mages are. I have a general direction of the birds. I don't have a base. I'm not even sure where I would put one.
I suppose wherever is most convenient. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't matter that much. You have multiple ways of flying around. So it can't be that much trouble.
Well then, Cavity. Where would you like to set up a base?
Where would I like to set up a base?
I mean, if we're going to team together again.
Oh, that is a fair point. Well, I suppose once we're closer to civilization, we can get a better look at some landmarks.
Let's see, how far are we? We are still so far. Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh no.
We are still 7,000 blocks out.
Oh, that's so great. Why did they really put me just way in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere, huh?
He really did. Solaris was out far as well. The wreckage of it, at least.
I see. I suppose it's easier to forget about things and when they're several thousand blocks away.
Oh look, we could set up home in a Wilden Den. Wouldn't you like that?
Oh yes. I'm sure that'll be quite pleasant.
And there's a village over here.
So there is. Fortunately, I'm not thirsty at the moment.
Very well.
Keep that in mind, though. Be good to know about.
Let's see.
There's no way you can just pick me up and put me in your pocket. You can carry me around while you fly. That's not. I can't do that.
You wish.
I do. That's why I'm asking.
The blood feathers are hungry.
Well, they should have been hungry when we passed the village.
Oh, there's a portal. Structure.
Interesting.
Distracted. I'm used to looking for them. All the bits and pieces, all the things that we could loot from.
I mean, we could still loot from things. I'm sure there's no... They haven't added any rules about stealing, have they?
I don't know. I still have an entire book to read.
Why do you have an entire book to read?
Because the prince gave it to me.
Oh, a signed reading from the prince.
He's interesting. He seemed quite into the idea of me finding a loophole for this treaty that he apparently needs to enforce.
Interesting.
That was my opinion as well.
Still, are the blood feathers still hungry? There's a village to the right here.
Oh, let's see. Oh, there is. Oh, the feathers. Careful of the golem. Won't particularly like your fangs.
Enough. I will steer clear of that then.
Let's see, where... There you are. Hello. Nope, not that. Give me... Come here. Stand back up. I need to suck your blood. There we go. There. Alright. Come on.
You have to slurp so loudly when you drink blood.
I'm sorry.
Did nobody ever
bother
teach
you?
you table manners?
No, they kept me down in a dungeon.
Fair point.
Let's see.
I might start getting annoying about it if we're not going to be there soon. Are we there yet?
Oh, goodness.
Are we there yet?
We're 4,000 blocks out. But we don't have to go all the way there. You know, we could be wherever we want.
I suppose. But what's the fun in that?
I mean, we could start looking for somewhere that looks interesting.
Suppose that's true.
Like a giant cave. A giant hole in the ground.
Yes. No, we don't have to be discreet about where we live.
Don't we?
Not necessarily.
I guess I hadn't thought of that. Oh, great. Now you made all the feathers talk. Now they're all asking if we're there yet as well. Great. Thank you for that.
Well, I could sing a song. I don't think that would be very...
You sing a song and I will
pleasant,
bite you out of the sky.
Oh. You're just saying that because you don't want to hear my song. That's okay. You probably don't know the lyrics. That's alright. Here they don't teach birds how to count.
Would you like to hear my song? Apparently it's very potent.
Perhaps I should have held on to that information for myself.
Lesson learned, hmm?
Lesson for next time. We are teaming together anyways.
Did you ever see dawn again in the dreams?
You mean after?
Yes.
No. I tried reaching out to all three of you, and you were the only one I could get a hold on. I imagine that has to do with the vampirism. That's my guess, at least.
That's fair. Now then, we're 3,000 blocks away. That's closer.
It's a start.
Pick ourselves a nice archwood tree, cut down, build ourselves a cute little cottage.
Oh, don't you want to wait for dawn to do that?
Shut up.
Where did you go?
Sorry, did I get a bit too fast for you?
Yes. Oh, there you are. Never mind. Why do you keep disappearing? That's quite rude.
Maybe I'm just faster than you.
I don't think that's true.
I think I am. Look at how fast I'm going.
Why are you faster than me?
Whoa.
That's not nice.
Wait, this cave is kind of cool.
That's actually quite interesting, but it is...
Whoa. It's actually just completely hollowed out.
Is there no way for me to descend faster than this? This is... Oh. Is this something?
I know it's still a cave, but the sun is kind of brutal, and this is kind of a natural spot already.
That is true. And I mean, we don't have to stick in the same spot. Especially considering part of the deal is we're going to go and find Dawn for you.
We could at least set up something temporary here.
I think that sounds like a fine idea.
Well, then... It's nice to see you again, Cavity.
Nice to see you as well, Aya.